morning, 3D. Let's have a thoughtful Thursday today. All right, we have a lot to cover today. You've been really busy. There's been a lot going on. There's projects going on, and I've been seeing really good work. So, we're going to go over those in just a moment. Just one big reminder today, your parents or someone in your family is picking up your supplies that I packed up. I'll show you some pictures during our Zoom today of all the bags that we packed up in our classroom. I'll share that with you. So when your parents have got an email, so they know all the directions. Just I need you to really look. I saw a few kids that had their pouches at home. I think 3 or 4 kids had their pouches. So check in your reading pouches. Check in your book bags for any books that belong to Heathcote, the classroom, the library, and any of it. And then give them to your parents before they come to the school so that we can make sure that we fill our bins back up. Okay, that's really appreciated. Today for our Zoom schedule, we have Tech with Mr. Casal at 11. So we're going to start promptly. So please be ready at 10:50. I can't wait to see everyone. It's been a long week. I haven't seen you. So make sure you come on at 10:50. And then afterwards, this might be a longer class. So please be prepared to stay on a little longer. There's a lot that we need to catch up on. And I definitely need to hold a couple people back regarding their math graphs. So please tell your parents that lunch is going to have to wait because I know a lot of you are like, it's lunchtime. Just prepare, have a snack before 11 o'clock. This is definitely going to be a longer session today. Okay, even though I have 12 down, it might go to 12:30 or so. Music is at 1:45 to 2:15, and your library broadcast is at 2:30 with Mrs. Sorensen. Keep using your June e-learning slideshow, and we'll use this to the end of the month. Okay, for writing, Mrs. Boyer talks about the closing. So yesterday you were supposed to type your introduction, your middle. Now we're really thinking of your solution, the ending, and how can you make a good ending. And Mrs. Boyer goes over that, and we also have a short video clip for you to watch. So many of you were asking where you should put it. So in your writing folder, just like in class, in your writing folder, make a folder that says fantasy or your story's title if you have one already. And just start your new Google Doc and have it ready because next week it needs to be complete. We have one more lesson on revision and editing, but next week it needs to be complete and we're going to be doing something spectacular with your writing piece that Mr. Casal will talk to you about today. So watch Mrs. Boyer's video, and then this is in your imaginative narrative number 9 slides. Those slides are in your writing folder for you. And also don't forget to watch the short clip with the animated character that explains her story. And then write at least 2 different endings. Remember, it's really important to brainstorm and see how we end. We put this together pretty fast in I think it's about 3 weeks we've been working on this. We put it together really quickly. A lot of authors and writers write, it takes years sometimes to publish a book. So it's really important to try different endings, just like we've done in class, and then pick the one that you think fits your story the best. Maybe ask around in your family and see what story ending do you like best. Okay, so share it on Seesaw if you finish it today. If not, I'll check in your writing folder in your Google Doc. Just make sure that it's clear that it's fantasy writing so that I can see what you've done and give you some feedback in the meantime. Okay, today is Thursday, so that's a bingo board day. Remember, do a new bingo board activity, a different activity than you've done on Seesaw. Continue your spelling. It's all due by Friday. Cursive, capital C, D, and E. I hope you like those letters. Everything is due Friday. Okay, this is the big thing, boys and girls. I'm so excited. I just took actually, whoever posted, I already answered your survey. We are missing 5 students without a survey, boys and girls. So it's really important you post so you can get your data. This is day 2, so you're going to be a little behind today. You have to do day 1 before day 2. So those who posted their survey and got their results, you do have to wait for the rest of class. So with my vote, it is 20. Um, so, and Mrs. Mangan goes through how you're going to now collect your data. So here's the survey right here. I'm just going to go into it so you can see. Okay, so when you go into Google Sheets, it's just got to load. Make sure you, for some reason, just double check. You might have to click down here. I don't know why it's on the second. Someone made a different tab here. That's not right. So you can see all the yellow are is our class. Okay, I just highlighted it. You don't have to worry about highlighting it. Just write your name, write the class you're in, then your topic that you're surveying, and then add your link here. Okay, so we are missing about 5 people. So it's really important that you get to that. All right, so once you're on your Google Sheet, let's get back to that. Once you fill out your Google Sheet, your friends will take and see who they've missed. So you should have 20 results. Then Mrs. Mangan explains to you on slide 6, you need to, which is also in your math folder, you need to then put your data in the data table. Then you're going to choose which graph you're going to represent your data. Okay, you can do this either by editing with Kami, or you can print it out and then show us on Seesaw your data. So you can either make a bar graph, pictograph, or a line plot, and if you're really ambitious, you can do all 3. But our requirement is just 1. So you have to really take your time. It should be your neatest work because this is your final project, and tomorrow we have another piece of the project that needs to be included. Okay, so today in social studies, we're going to learn more about Queens Part 2. You're going to read more about Queens and some amazing landmarks it has to offer. As we learned in yesterday's presentation, Queens is a very large borough. There's so much to see and do, and its history is just remarkable. So watch this lesson that I do for you, and then in your social studies folder, I put the slides in there so you can go back to it. At the end of the slideshow, slide 20, you need to watch Queens Museum and US Open. These 2 videos are about a minute or 2 long. The World's Fair is 14 minutes long. It's a really, really interesting video, so you do need to watch the 14 minutes of it. When you're complete, then you can go to your Seesaw activity and complete the Cultural Universal bubble map. Okay, so it's similar to what you did in the Bronx, so I really expect you to do a nice job with this. Remember to go back into your slideshow and really get the evidence, not just from today, but yesterday's too, okay, because we're doing 2 days of Queens. So by the end of today, what do you need to complete? You need to continue to read. Please email me if you need a new Padlet. I only had one group request a new Padlet. I think most of you are on your 2nd book now. So continue to read the same amount of pages you agreed on. Choose your new reading bingo board activity and post it to Seesaw. Make sure you tell us the number activity and the name of your book. Okay, we really need to know what book are you reading, what character are you talking about. All right, so your fantasy writing, watch Mrs. Boyer's tutorial, use the slides as your mentor text, write at least 2 different endings and choose one that fits your story best. And don't forget to watch that video that's there and share it on Seesaw if you finish today. If not, I'll look in your writing folder to see how your story's coming along. Math graphing 2, watch Miss Mangan's tutorial, get your results from the Google form, complete the data table. Don't start until you get 20 responses. You might have more because the other 3rd graders are going to be hopping around voting. So the more data you get, the better it is. So look for that, but you should have at least 20 responses before you begin. Okay, so that slideshow is in your math folder. Choose which graph you will use. Is it going to be a pictograph, line plot, or a bar graph? Complete the graph, print option, or use Kami, and then show us on Seesaw. Social Studies, Queen's Day Part 2. Watch the tutorial. Watch 3 additional videos. You can watch Queens Museum, US Open, and learn more about the World's Fair 1964. This is all found on slide 20. Complete your Seesaw activity, your bubble map on cultural universals, complete your spelling work. Oh, I wrote that twice. And that is it. Okay, boys and girls, I will see you at 10:50 on Zoom. I can't wait to see everyone. Remember, it's going to be a long one today. It might be an hour and a half or so. So please be prepared. Try not to make plans. We do have a lot to catch up on. See you then.